You're listening to the November 29th, 2014 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
Hi, my friends. There's an issue regarding the last channeling that I'd like to clarify. Entirely our fault, as I feel we knew what we meant, but a little unclear to readers in the way it read. It's about the Greys being in cahoots with those controlling the planet. It read as if the Greys were the ET race that were captured, whereas I do not believe this to be the case. I felt it's another race of ETs that are being held. Can you clear this up for me, please?
Welcome, dear souls, to the cause of moving planet Earth into her higher position. We are aware of the issue mentioned, Blossom, due to your thoughts. Many readers feel so saddened by what they learned regarding the captivity of ETs that came to help. We will speak of this later, yet, for now, let us clear up the matter in hand. It is not the Greys that are held captive, although this is not entirely correct, as some are. You see, like in your world, there are split factions of those who wish to do good and those who wish only to benefit themselves. This is the case with the race of the Greys. Some have gone over to the darker side, and some remain in their original truth of love. This would not be a rare case on many planets. Yet, in comparison to the number of planets, there are very few. So yes, there are some non-conforming Greys to the wishes of the dark side that have been used and abused. And there are others of the same race that, as we say, go along with those that wish harm, in order to have their needs met. We are very aware, Blossom, that you have chosen not to go too far into these matters. We respect this, yet we shall give a little information in order to satisfy the questions concerning our last channeling.
Thank you. I'm not being a wuss. I just don't think it wise to focus on this kind of stuff. Many do, and that's fine, yet not here. I personally do not feel it benefits the lifting of the vibration, which after all is what we're here for. So, can you tell us who are the ETs in captivity?
They are from non-conforming gatherings of different breedings. That is to say, they are a mixture of beings from many places that were searched out for their aptitudes and when asked to assist, naturally agreed to go. So, we could not say that they are all from a particular place. As you can imagine, it was a huge mission.
That turned sour by the sounds of it.
In the eyes of the Earthlings.
So what? With all respect, you're saying this too doesn't matter?
The does not matter aspect is not how you feel it. What happened in this particular plan happened. Like your lives, opportunities that are presented to you for your growth can be viewed one way or another. You will still grow from the experience, yet which road you choose to walk is entirely up to you. Your attitude towards all things is entirely up to you. Our beloved friends in captivity, as we stated last time, are not in the same boat as you. Therefore, it appears differently to you than it does for them.
In what way? For you said they experience pain when tortured, as we do.
This is so. Yet, how may we put it? They experience it from the knowing, understanding of a higher place. Therefore, the acceptance of what is happening to them, although not the best scenario, is taken for the team, as we believe is an expression. It is part of the experience that is laid before them in order to serve as the light for the whole. Have not many in your world done the same in the name of their total faith in their God?
Yes, yet it all seems so nasty. Many wonder how they're continually allowed to get away with it, these rogues. Which leads me on to the next question, and I feel there's quite a lot to get through. The matter of the underground bunkers. Again, much dismay from folk to hear that they were not all destroyed.
We can only come from our truth, Blossom. These things that we speak of are continuing to take place in these hidden warrens.
Were many cleared out and just a few left, or, hopefully not, the other way around?
We would suggest that you consider the possibility of these rogues, as you have lightheartedly called them,
Only to keep the vibration up.
to be very astute. For indeed, if they were not, they would not be in the position they have worked towards accomplishing. They are from a race of beings that will stop at nothing to have their needs met. We would go so far as to say that they do not feel as you do. They are so obsessed with their greed and needs that emotion is devoid from their beings in many cases. And yet, we still choose to call them lost souls, for indeed, this is what they are.
Okay, so, back to the bunkers.
Yes, there are major housings still intact.
How many?
We do not know exactly.
Would you care to speak of the clearing out of some? This is something I know very little about.
In our truth, we would say, it is not our department.
Yet you must know about it, being the overseers of the overseers. Or did you overlook this one?
We are aware of aims and protective insurances.
Actually, I have to be honest here. I'm struggling a bit with all this because I'm holding back. I feel awkward about perhaps knocking that which has been spoken of by other channelers, and indeed non-channelers, regarding these bunkers. I do not wish to open a can of worms, especially as I'm not that cool with this topic in the first place. Yet we started, so we must finish. I will try and get out of the way. Oh, okay, I'm just going to have to stick my neck out here, and my heart is racing. But I'm wondering if any of them have been blown up or cleared out. And while we're going for gold, I also heard that most of the dodgy folk have been taken away to another planet or space or place, and are being held there to think about what they have done. Your truth on this?
Our truth on this is your truth on this.
Oh, poop. That's what I was afraid of. That's what I thought I was picking up on.
You see, Blossom, we feel your thoughts about others. Yet, we cannot protect others for the sake of keeping them in a bubble. Have we not said many times before that one must be discerning and discover their own truth? We can only give ours. If it does not resonate with one that is reading, we do not send them scorn or judgment. We send them love and well-wishing thoughts in order for them to follow their pathway home.
I've no idea whose truth you have just blown out of the water. I don't know who mentioned these things in the first place. I can only go with you because I trust you. Our relationship wasn't born yesterday. So, to confirm and move on, the bunkers, the removal of the baddies.
We would tell you that much which was told in transitioning expectation was done so out of this very thing, expectation.
I heard there was proof that these bunkers have been destroyed.
No more proof than we have that we are speaking with you.
Steady, Neddy. Meaning what exactly?
You are taking us into your heart, and your proof is the feeling we offer you. There are not photographs. Is this correct?
Hey, if I had some holiday snaps of you and I drinking pina colada and lounging around a pool in Hawaii somewhere, many who are unsure what to think of you would suddenly feel a whole lot better.
In the same way, have you seen proof of those excavations of these underground facilities?
No, yet I haven't gone looking. There may be some. As I say, I haven't looked into any of this much, really.
When you do not have physical evidence, then your only outlet is your feelings. If you cannot trust these, what can you trust?
Good point. So may we move on now? Many would like to know how they can help those that are in captivity in these tubes.
We are aware of the heartfelt responses from many regarding this. And just by those responses, so much upliftment of all, for all, took place. To assist these souls is no different from assisting a soul of earth in the same situation. Send love. 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 From the deepest level of your existence, take time daily to uplift your soul and all souls.
I believe you are aware of a gentleman who is working so hard to get global togetherness at given times to meditate.
We are very aware of this fine gentleman and his ongoing, never-relenting persistence in transforming humanity back into that which he knows is the light of truth. We take this moment to honor his work and all he has done in both rough and smooth times. This which he is offering is indeed a wonderful opportunity to bring humanity together, for it has been often proven that the more the merrier makes such a difference to the raising of the vibration. When you join with each other, it is like we would give an analogy of your joining of the dots, all on one page, looking like random dots. Yet, when joined up, what a different picture they present. Strength in numbers. We choose to finish today's chat on an uplifting note.
Law! Oh. Not that one.
Although from one perspective of all that takes place on your planet, things may appear rather bleak. From another, things are really stepping up. Rays of sunshine are brighter and stronger and offering more light to your world, which in turn assists the energies and transforms the heavier into the lighter. All within the plan. The divine plan is still very much on track. We are in great joy. Learn to detach, dear friends, for all is not as it seems. There is the dark side of the moon and the sunny side, both present, yet it depends on which you choose to focus on. When you are no longer of this planetary vibration, you will smile and say, "Ah, now I get it."
Looking forward to getting that, very much indeed. I'll close for today. Thank you for opening up. I do hope it's not a big can of worms. I'm simply not up for it, to be frank.
We too have been frank. We can be no other way. We love you. We love all life. And we desire to assist in its unfolding.
Well, if it helps, from my point of view, you're doing a good job. In love and thanks. The next day, I continued to channel. Hello once again, my friends. I wanted to add a little extra time this week just to keep abreast of everything. I appreciate your frankness yesterday, and although I struggled with bravery needed to send it out regarding your truth of the bunkers, etc., I accept that I must, so I will. One other issue, though, that some are writing in about is regarding your statement given some time back on the 20th of the 10th, 13. And I quote, I said, actually, someone suggested to ask you if you could give a % of likelihood of the event taking place in 2013, 2014 or 2015, and then at least we had some idea as to how close you actually mean. Would you consider giving an answer to that? And you said,
we would say in all safety that the likelihood of us showing up before the year 2014 is over is very strong.
Now, I would dearly love to skip this, yet on behalf of readers that would not be right. So, in love and trust and the very good mood I'm in, what would you have to say about this?
Is this not one of the very reasons you were accepted for this role, Blossom? To make sure, without doubt, that nothing gets overlooked or slipped under the mat?
Maybe so. You know me well.
We do. You know us very well also. And regarding this matter, we would connect with you strongly in saying that we only offer you truth.
So, is there a very strong likelihood that you'll show up before the end of 2014? Oh, far out. I can pick up on the answer already. You are going to say...
No.
Here's a spade. Stop digging.
We understand your sentiment.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not cross. Maybe a little confused and keen to know what explanation you have for this answer this time that won't put many off reading your words next year.
Blossom, as we have stated many times, this is not a popularity contest. Those who resonate with our words know from a deep place within that we come in love and we offer truth. For those who do not feel this way about us, we do not feel we must change their thought pattern. That is not for us to do. They must find peace and truth within their beings about such matters. That is all that is important.
Yep, I know that. That's why I'm still on board. Yet the reason that showing up is now unlikely is
because we choose to renege on this that we offered, because it is no longer compatible with the continual process of moving forward with the plan in hand.
Oh, lovelies. Some folk will not be pleased with that statement. I double-checked the word reneged and came across withdraw from, which sounds much nicer than to go back on a promise or fail to honor.
And we thank you for your research. For does not withdraw from appear more suitable?
To me, in your defense, yes. So, pass me the spade now, if you would. Why is it no longer compatible to do so?
Because events on your planet are not conducive to such a happening.
Were we, talking here of the grand event or just a petite grand event, as in you making a celebrity appearance?
We're not talking of the event. Yet we were hoping for the opportunity to present ourselves in a manner that would give those of Earth good reason to believe.
You see, with your intelligence and technology, I have to question why, once again, moan, you are unable to do something. What did the council say about this? once I'd accepted this, actually goes to council.
They appreciate your willingness to persevere, yet they cannot follow through, necessarily, with a plan that you of Earth would like, because it may severely interfere with the overall plan.
You know, don't you? I know you do. That so many are tired of waiting, and the longer this goes on, whether we accept your reasoning of being unable to show or not, the more folk are just plain fed up of what they consider to be excuses. With respect, do you see the damage you'll have done to many people's expectations by saying there is a strong likelihood of you showing by the end of 2014, yet now it's here, you're not going to be able to? It doesn't bode well in the eyes of us earthlings, chaps. It really doesn't.
Let us once again be frank.
Frank's a busy boy today.
We use time frames to try and assist, because that is what you are asking. We have mentioned many times that time does not exist. It is a matter of fragmentations, one in concession after another. Should it be that these fragments do not happen within the time frame expected, then the following fragment cannot occur, unless the one preceding it has taken its place in the scheme of things.
Yes, I was having a discussion with someone about that recently. What would you say should have happened that hasn't, so that you cannot show?
There has not been the coagulation of companies. By that we mean gatherings of necessary, important political beings that have lived on the sunny side of the street, shall we say, that have been able to put into place certain documentations, for want of a better word, once again, that would fall nicely into a position that would then allow us to fly into your skies at will, without possible attack, or influences that make us appear to be something we are not. After so long of waiting, Blossom, it would seem such a shame to blow it all apart, because patience of those who do not fully understand the bigger picture had run out, and we felt we needed to score some brownie points. We do not need to do so. We would not consider doing so. It would not be fitting to rush right at the finishing line when we are so close to bringing the truth to your doorstep. There is too much at stake, and we cannot compromise. We are aware of the needs on Earth and of the struggles undertaken trying to keep one's head above water at times. Yet we know you are strong and shall keep afloat. We simply know this. You have a choice to trust in our word or not. As we say, we do not hold you to ransom. We do not insist you trust us. We, from our loving form, ask you to ask yourselves your truth and follow it. We ask of you no more and no less than that.
That all feels good to me. And I, more than anyone, have had my fair share of questioning of truth between us. And you know what? I'm going to lay myself on the line by saying that I wouldn't put it past you to send us a little Christmas cheer in some form or another. And you know me, I wouldn't bring that up unless I felt it. Oops, I just think I shot myself in the foot. Doesn't matter either way, does it? It all simply does not matter. Yet, as you say, we can certainly do our bit by keeping the vibration high. This is my pledge to you, to all. We are done, I feel, for today. Many thanks indeed for your truth on this matter. That's all you can give, and very grateful I am for it.
Our thanks to each one. Our thanks to each one for your love also.